seat so we can start our program. I am Dr. Rashara Fuller with the City of Plainfield. Sorry. I appreciate everyone coming and joining us here at the Plainfield Senior Services Center. We're going to start today's program, but first I would like to acknowledge everyone that's here, the Union County officials, the City of Plainfield officials, and the administration and employees, and of course, Hackensack Meridian. At this point, I would like to welcome Director Shep Brown, the Department of Health and Social Services, to do our formal welcome. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Again, welcome to this here Senior Center. It is a wonderful place. We have so much going on in this center, and this is the appropriate place for this to happen today. I simply want to make sure that I bring some attention to some of the people who have made this happen on the Plainfield side. And unfortunately, Dr. Victoria Stewart, who is director of the WIC program, was not available to be here. But she is at the forefront of making sure that there are fresh vegetables and healthy food for the communities that we serve. The Department of Health and Social Services really has their hands in everything. Making sure that the city of Plainfield and its residents are healthy, that they have homes, that they have activities, and that they really do enjoy and live a healthy life here in Plainfield. And so because of this grant, it will fulfill some of the things that we need done, which is making sure that residents of the city of Plainfield continue to have healthy food, particularly vegetables. I don't have to go into studies, I don't have to talk about the data. Someone else will probably do that. But the importance, particularly in communities that are urban communities, particularly communities of color, it is important that we make sure that fresh fruits and vegetables are available, accessible, and affordable. And this grant will provide that. But I'm not going to talk about the grant. My job was to welcome you here. I'm a former teacher, and I can talk for a long time. But again, thank you, and thank you, Dr. Fuller, for bringing this all together. I want to thank PPAC and the rest of my staff. I forgot all my staff who, Donna Morris, who definitely is part of community development, for showing up. Again, we were going to have a good time, and thank you for being here. Yes, I do have a task. See, whoever did this was smart. I would like to bring up Amy Thornton, who will take over from here. Yes. And will do everything that has to be done and guide this program safely along its way.
I will take the next step. And good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be part of this exciting announcement this morning. I'm Amy Thornton. I'm the President and Chief Hospital Executive for JFK Medical Center in Edison. And it's my pleasure to be part of welcoming and kicking off this really exciting announcement of the Fresh Match GusNIP grant. And I want to start by echoing the thanks to Dr. Rashara Fuller and to the Plainfield Senior Citizens Center here for hosting the events today. The city of Plainfield and the surrounding communities have been a core pillar of JFK Medical Center's service area and at the heart of our mission for over 25 years, since JFK Medical Center and Muhlenberg Regional Medical Center came together in 1998. And over that time, those 25 years, our focus and our understanding of healthcare has evolved to recognize that so many factors beyond medical diagnosis and treatment are critical to health. And in recent years, our understanding's really grown of how critical nutrition and food security are to good health. So our mission, in partnership with the community, has grown and expanded, and our sense of what it means to be part of the healthcare system serving the citizens here. And it's no secret that residents of Plainfield, as we look at those statistics that were mentioned, and I won't quote statistics either this morning, but we see the effect of what having a lack of access to healthy, nutritious food, particularly fresh fruits and vegetables, does to the health status of a community. We see rates of conditions like diabetes, hypertension, heart failure at rates higher than we'd like to. At the same time, we know that fresh fruits and vegetables can be expensive and they can be difficult to access, particularly for people with limited incomes. And what a shame it is that someone's paycheck can affect their ability to make healthy food choices and maintain good health. At Hackensack, Meridian, and at JFK, our focus for a long time has been on wellness, but it's been on returning people to wellness after they have an episode of an illness or an injury. But today, thanks to some of what you'll hear from Dr. Harris-Hollingsworth, we have a much better understanding of the importance of helping to maintain health and taking a role in recognizing what we can do to help give communities the tools to make healthy food choices and healthy eating a key component of staying well. In some ways, we want to be out of business. We want you to need less of our services because we're helping provide the resources and access to maintain health. So it's a good thing in some ways if fewer people need to cross our doors. Last month, Hackensack Meridian, we gathered a few minutes away in Perth Amboy to introduce an exciting new program, Fresh Match, Hackensack Meridian Health's first nutritional incentive program, a program with the goal to make fresh produce more accessible and more affordable to local residents. And this program is so core to Hackensack Meridian's mission of being an agent for positive change in the communities that we partner with. So today we're really excited to announce Fresh Match in conjunction with JFK Medical Center's Plainfield Health Connections program is going to be part of hopefully changing the lives of residents of this community by improving access to healthy foods and better nutrition. And our Plainfield Health Connections program that's based at the Satellite Emergency Department on the Muhlenberg campus they've long recognized the importance of giving their patients and clients tools to make healthier food choices. I remember when we started that program probably over a decade ago now with a single nurse practitioner and social worker, and they actually started on their own, realizing one of the best things they could do was to take their clients grocery shopping and teach them how to make the best choices they could. Those who were winding up in the ER too frequently because of uncontrolled blood sugar for diabetes or uncontrolled fluid because of heart failure. So they recognized very early on how important food security and healthy food choices were, but they had limited tools at their disposal. But I'm really delighted today that with the introduction of Fresh Match, they'll be able to help more people on a more sustained basis. So we're really appreciative and excited that Hackensack Meridian and JFK will be able to be a part of that, working with the City of Plainfield and your health infrastructure. So now it's my privilege to call up another leader at Hackensack Meridian who's been a driving force behind the advances in our networks, addressing those fundamental forces that impact health before anyone ever sets foot in our hospitals. So on behalf of JFK, and personally, I'm really delighted to have the opportunity to join forces and partner with Fresh Match and with Dr. Nicole Harris-Hollingsworth, who has been a driver in recognizing and addressing the social determinants of health. So Dr. Harris-Hollingsworth.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Amy, for that lovely introduction. It's a lot to live up to. And of course, I'm ever so grateful for all of the work that JFK University Medical Center does for the community and in partnership with all of our colleagues here. Today, we're here to celebrate that Hackensack Meridian Health's Fresh Match program is actually happening and is the recipient of a U.S. Department of Agriculture National Institute of, oh gosh, my notes are intensive, National GusNIP Nutrition Incentive Program grant. With this award, the USDA has granted Hackensack Meridian Health $500,000 to assist in making nutritious and healthy food more available and accessible for the communities of Plainfield and for Perth Amboy. As a part of this program, these dollars were matched by another $500,000 from the Hackensack Meridian Health Foundation. And those dollars were raised through partnerships with the Tepper Foundation and a very generous anonymous donor that allowed us to make this benefit possible, thereby bringing the total of $1 million, which is earmarked for this program in these 2 communities. This program will soon be rolled out in 5 grocery stores between Plainfield and Perth Amboy. And we are especially thankful to the local supermarket partners, Seatown, Supremo, and Wakefern. This grant is supporting an initiative that will help us help people help themselves. There's an important element of self-efficacy in this, because every community that is strong and proud, no one actually wants a handout. People want the ability to self-determine, and through this partnership, they will be able to. Thank you. Both of these grants, these 2 resources, will allow us to allow individuals to select and put fresh fruits and vegetables on the kitchen tables of their homes where people actually do need this the most. And because of this, we know that we have to recognize the partners that help us get there. Because again, I can be principal investigator for an initiative, but research has its place and community action has its place. But I am so grateful for the efforts of our colleagues, including Assemblywoman Linda Carter, with whom, one of our earliest champions who made this possible. I am so grateful that you are here today. You were one of the very first legislators to support this initiative, and when we came to your office, you didn't just say yes because we were Hackensack. You said, prove to us that you really think that this can work. And you made us show the data behind the work to make this happen. I also want to extend deep gratitude for Mayor Adrian Mapp, who's a tireless advocate for Plainfield. Again, do know that when these grants are written, it's not like, oh, someone comes in and there's just acceptance. There is a proof of concept that we must prove that any effort that we're putting before the community will work. And we're so grateful for that. Very similarly, Mayor Kaba in Perth Amboy, because we were like, oh, like Plainfield was like, it was great, and they were like, right, like you show us it's great too for this community. And so we are so grateful for that work as well. There are other elected officials, and I'm just sorry because everybody's like all over the place, but I do want to make sure that I acknowledge the Director of Human Services and the Chief of Staffs that are present, because I do know that this work is really critical and crucial, and this is how it happens. I would like to give a special recognition to Dr. Patty Bennett from the Federal Nutrition Mid-Atlantic Regional Office. So thank you so much for coming out to support this work, because what we're doing, you are the partner that makes this happen. Again, I just want to make sure that I'm getting all of my thanks out, because there was a lot of thought. With this benefit, because many of you may be like, how does this program actually work? Fresh Match will actually provide a dollar-to-dollar match up to $10 a week to extend SNAP benefits. So for someone who has their SNAP card as well as the store loyalty card, on a weekly basis, they'll be able to go to the store, one of the stores that have been identified, use that card and receive a coupon in a $1 or $2 denomination, so that they're able to then come back when they need it. This work has been made possible through the incredible work of our teams in the Healthy Connections program. I'd like to thank Madeline Tanis, who's our food security coordinator and very much on the ground in this work. We want to make sure that, again, communities will have access to this benefit. And with the holiday season forthcoming, we know that this program will be up and running, and will hopefully begin to make a before New Year's resolution time transformation in the communities that we serve. And so now I am going to hand this over to a person who was an early believer and driver in this program, who, again, like I said, was one of our earliest champions, Assemblywoman Linda Carter. And again,
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for everybody coming out and being here this morning. I'm going to tell you, I'm excited. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be at the rollout for Perth Amboy and everything. I think it was traffic that got me for that day, trying to maneuver around. But I'm going to tell you something. I want to take an opportunity to thank not just Mayor Mapp, who is one of our great partners here in the city of Plainfield, a very good friend of mine, who we make sure that we're collaborating with. But also, I want to take an opportunity to thank JFK, Hackensack Meridian, our federal partners, and thank you for being here today. And when we look at this, and when they came to my office, they're like, hey, we got an opportunity. It's like, okay, what we got? And as soon as they started talking and it impacted my seniors, I was like, absolutely, we have to make this happen. But I need to make sure that it's happening not just in Perth Amboy, I need to make sure it's happening here in the city of Plainfield. Because when I look at this and I look at what it can bring to each of our households that are eligible for this, it brings that, you know what, we're making better choices. And we're able to make sure that we're getting the fresh produce and the fresh fruits and vegetables right there onto our tables. Now, is this something that, you know what, as we look for it, I know that it's only a pilot, but we're going to continue. So as we go through this, we want to make sure, I want to make sure that it's working. So as you guys see me around, and I make my way to the senior center, all of our senior buildings and everything, I'm going to be asking the question, are you using it? We need to make sure that we get the word out. We need to make sure we're getting the information out. And that's what today is all about. Let us make sure that we have it, that you know that it's there, and that we can utilize it, and that you are taking the best. I also want to thank the partners that we have that have signed up for it. Supremos, Wakefern, which is shop, right?
And C-Town.
And C-Town. Those are true champions. When I look at it and we work and I go through the state, we really are looking for those partners to make sure that we can make the programs work. Adam, thank you for always having those conversations with me and pushing, because we do work very closely and work collectively together. And we have to do that. We're trying to make sure that, as we go through the legislature, we're not just putting policies on the books, but we're also bringing programs and matching the dollars behind it. Thank you for the anonymous donors and those donors that have put money towards this, because they know how important that we are. And it's a matter of, I'm sorry, yes, we do want to put the hospitals out of business. We want them there, but we want to make sure that they're there for us to be here a lot longer. So again, thank you to everybody for being here, and thank you for the program.
That's okay. We work together. See, look at all this collaboration. Yes. I would be honored to have Mayor Mapp come.
Well, good morning to every one of you, and welcome to our senior center, but more importantly, welcome to the great city of Plainfield. When it was mentioned that JFK merged with Muhlenberg back in 1998, it brought back memories, because it was on January 1st of 1998 that I first took my seat on the Plainfield City Council. And so I was very actively engaged and involved in all that transpired back then between JFK and Muhlenberg. So I want to thank our partners, whether you're from the federal government, Hackensack, Meridian, JFK, and all of the people who came together to make this possible. And so I am going to use some prepared remarks because my staff insisted that I do. I normally don't like to, but in any event, again, good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining us at the Plainfield Senior Center for this momentous occasion. Today we are here to celebrate the launch of the Fresh Match program, a pivotal initiative in our ongoing efforts to promote health and wellness in our community. And health and wellness has been a hallmark of my administration from the very inception. This program, supported by the USDA, GusNIP grant, and the state of New Jersey, symbolizes our commitment to ensuring that all residents of Plainfield have access to nutritious food. The Fresh Match program is a beacon of hope for many in our city. It provides crucial financial support for SNAP beneficiaries, enabling them to purchase fresh fruits and vegetables at participating supermarkets. This program isn't just about food. It's about dignity, health, and community. For every dollar spent on fresh produce, Fresh Match offers an additional dollar, up to $10. This initiative is a testament to our belief that a healthy diet should be a right, not a privilege. Imagine the difference Fresh Match will make by increasing SNAP dollars by over 40% at various retailers across the state. We're ensuring that nutritious food is not just a choice for the few, but a viable option for all. This program will bring more than just food to tables. It will bring hope, health, and happiness to our residents, particularly those who need it the most. Such an ambitious initiative would not be possible without the support of our partners. We extend our heartfelt thanks to Hackensack Meridian Health, local community organizations, farmers, and grocery stores. Your collaboration and commitment are the backbone of this program. And together we are not just feeding bodies, we are nourishing souls and building a stronger, more resilient community. In closing, the Fresh Match program is more than just a grant or an initiative. It's a step towards a future where every resident of Plainfield can access healthy, affordable food options. And so as the mayor, I am committed to building a healthier, more equitable city for all. And I need not tell you about the food deserts that exist across the state of New Jersey, food insecurity, and the challenges that people in Black and brown communities in particular face. People in urban centers, and Perth Amboy and Plainfield are two of the urban centers. As of this past November at the League of Municipalities, I was installed as the president of the New Jersey Urban Mayors Association. And so in that role, I will be an advocate for those among us who are not able to provide for themselves. And this grant is just one of those examples of the resources that we need to direct to those people who need them the most. And in Plainfield, with a population as of the last census of over 55% Latino, and I don't have to tell you that in Perth Amboy it's predominantly Latino. And so when we in communities like Plainfield and Perth Amboy have this opportunity in partnership with such great partners, it is a blessing. And the people who will be the recipients of this support will be very grateful, very thankful, and it is because of this partnership that that will be made possible. And so as mayor, again, I say thank you. Let's continue this initiative, let's continue the partnership, and let's do all that we can to support people who desperately need our help and support. Thank you, and may God bless.
I do. I'm a very organized PI. So with that, that is the end of our formal presentations for the day. We are exceptionally grateful, again, to all of you who have come out, both community partners, federal partners, state partners, local community partners, of a tremendous opportunity to be here. Thank you again. We can obviously always take questions, but I would like to conclude by letting you know, like, we are moving this forward. We're moving this forward not as an entity, but we're moving this forward together. So I hope you're seeing us together in doing that, and I Thank you, and I saw there was a question, so yes.
Do you have to have a SNAP card to apply to be eligible for this?
You do have to have a SNAP, you do have to be a SNAP beneficiary to be eligible for this program. But if you don't have a SNAP card and you do need assistance as it relates to food, at Hackensack Meridian Health, our Office of Social Determinants has connected people to a range of programs. We very proudly tout our community resources. I say the fastest way to find us is if you're like, hey, the social determinants of health person, like that's me, like someone will find me at Hackensack and get me to you. But what we have built is a fully, for those with smartphones, so if you have a smartphone and you go to the HackensackMeridianHealth.org website, if you look up community resources, it's a fully interactive, again, mobile accessible directory available in 152 languages that will let you know where the closest food resource is to you. And if you can't find it, again, I promise I'm super easy to find at Hackensack. I would gladly come back with an invitation. I would come back here and help whoever needs to be helped. Thank you so much, and thank you for that great question. And thank you for this opportunity to share the Fresh Match initiative. We are very excited about the possibilities for this program in the communities. Thank you all.
Thank you.